Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to day 3 of Math on YouTube. Yesterday we did some subtraction problems, and today we're going to move on to multiplication. But first I want to talk about your assignment for today that you're supposed to do at home on your own, which is drawing a map of your home and labeling the rooms, the doors, etc. Let's move on to today's math, which is multiplication. Your first problem is 19 times 5. Remember that when I show the problem, I want you to pause the video and write it down yourself and solve it. So, 19 times 5, or 19 por 5. The first two numbers that you're going to multiply together are 9 and 5, or 9 por 5. 9 times 5 is 45, or 45. So you're going to write the 5, 5, and write the 4 up here, escribe 4 aquí. Next, you're going to do 1 times 5, or 1 por 5, which is 5, or 5. But then you have to add this 4, so más 4, which is 9, or 9. So your final answer is 95, or 95. Your next problem is going to be 24 times 3, or 24 por 3. The first two numbers that you're going to multiply together are 4 times 3, or 4 por 3. 4 times 3 is 12, or 12. You can't just write the 12 here. You have to write the 2, so escribe 2 aquí, and then you're going to write the 1 up here, so escribe 1 aquí. Next, you're going to do 3 times 2, or 3 por 2, which is 6, or 6. But then you have to add the 1, so más 1, which is 7, or 7. So your final answer is 72, or 72. For the last three, I decided to make them a little bit more challenging. So they're going to be 2-digit multiplication by 2-digit multiplication. Our first question that's like this is 38 times 16, or 38 por 16. The first two numbers that you're going to multiply together are 8 and 6, or 8 por 6. 8 times 6 is 48, so 48. So you're going to write the 8 here and write the 4 here. So escribe 8 aquí and escribe 4 aquí. So next you're going to do 6 times 3, or 6 por 3, which is 18, or 18. But we can't forget to plus the 4, or to add the 4, so más 4, which gives us 22, or 22. So the next step is very, very important, or muy importante. We have to write the 0, escribe 0 aquí. Next, if you want, you can cross off this 6, and I would definitely cross out the 4 so that they don't distract us. We're going to move on to the 1. So next we're going to do 1 times 8, or 1 por 8, which is 8, or 8. And next we're going to do 1 times 3, or 1 por 3, which is 3 as well. So once we have these two numbers down here, we have to add them together. What I'm going to do for this is I'm going to say them all in English, and then I'm going to say it in Spanish to make it easier. So the first two numbers that you're going to add together are 8 and 0, and that would give us 8. Next we're going to do 2 plus 8, which gives us 10. So we put the 0 and we carry the 1. And then we do 1 plus 2, which is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So now I'm going to say that in Spanish. So 8 más 0 es 8. 2 más 8 es 10. Escribe 0 aquí. Escribe 1 aquí. 1 más 2 es 3. 3 más 3 is 6. So your final answer is 608, or 608. Our next question is going to be 42 times 25. 42 por 25. Our first two numbers that we're going to multiply are 2 times 5, or 2 por 5. 2 times 5 is 10, or 10. Once again, we have to put the 0 and we carry the 1. So escribe 0 y escribe 1. Next we're going to do 5 times 4, or 5 por 4, which is 20 or 20, but we can't forget to add the 1. So más 1, which is 21 or 21. Remember this next step, it's really, really important. We must add the 0 on the bottom. So escribe 0 aquí. If you would like, you can cross out this 5 and you can cross out this 1 so that they are no longer distracting to you. Next, we're going to move on to the 2. So we're going to multiply 2 times 2, which is 2 por 2, which is 4 or 4. Then we're going to multiply the 4 and the 2, or 4 por 2, which is 8 or 8. Once again, I'm going to say this in English and then I'll repeat it in Spanish. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 8 is 10. So 0 más 0 is 0. 1 más 4 is 5. 2 más 8 is 10. So your final answer is 1,050 or 1,050. And our final problem for today is 73 times 24, or 73 por 24. Our first two numbers that we're going to multiply together are 4 and 3, or 4 por 3, which is 12, or 12. So once again, we write the 2 here, and we carry the 1, or escribe 2 y escribe 1. Next, we're going to do 4 times 7, 4 por 7, which is 28. But we can't forget to add the 1. So más 1, which is 29. Remember, the next step is very, very important. We have to add the 0. So escribe 0 aquí. And we can cross out the 4 and the 1 so that they are no longer distracting. Next, we're going to move on to this 2. We're going to do 2 times 3, or 2 por 3. 2 times 3 is 6, or 6. And the last two numbers that we're going to multiply together are 2 times 7, 2 por 7, which is 14, or 14. Now we must add these numbers together. We're going to do 2 plus 0, which is 2. 9 plus 6, which is 15. I put the 5 and I carry the 1. And then I do 1 plus 2, which is 3. 3 plus 4, which is 7. And then I have 0 plus 1, which is 1. So now I'll do it in Spanish. I have 2 más 0 is 2. 9 más 6 is 15. So escribe 5, escribe 1. 1 más 2 is 3. 3 más 4 is 7. And 0 más 1 is 1. So your final answer should be 1,752, or 1,752. Alright, I hope you did well. I would love to hear from you, so please let me know on either Class Dojo, or you can comment on this YouTube video, or you can email me. I would love to hear how you did, and I will work with you tomorrow. Bye!